Let's talk about tool sets. Let's talk about this Craftsman tool set. A couple of years ago, or a few years ago now, I think it might have been 3 or 4, I made a video on this. When I got it, I bought it for $119. I thought it was a great deal. I thought it was a great tool set. It has VersaStack. It's mobile, easy to carry around, has 230 tools in it. I purchased it for $119 at that point, but I looked today and these are $219. That's not such a good deal when I consider how much I dislike this now. So let me tell you, I have this tool set, 230 piece Craftsman, Lowe's Craftsman. I also have a 450 piece set that's a Sears Craftsman that I bought before the last Sears home, whatever they call it, little Sears satellite store closed down. And I bought that 450 piece for $188. And of course it dwarfs this one in the number of tools, but it also dwarfs this one in convenience and how well it works for me. So the pros, the form factor, the VersaStack, I've already told you it has VersaStack. I have trays that can snap onto this that I purchased to use with this, but I actually keep those under my 450 piece set, even though I lost the luxury of snapping onto that set. The little trays are handy, so I use them for that rather than this. But it is VersaStack compatible. If you don't know about the VersaStack system, there are lots of things. There's even a roller assembly and buckets and all kinds of things that you can latch onto this and kind of build up a tool set. Portable VersaStack, good. The tools themselves, I mean, they're decent quality tools. I've had good luck with these as far as tools go, especially this ratchet. I really like the clickiness of this ratchet, the feel in the hands, the shape. These are good ratchets. So the base tools themselves are good. I would say they're Craftsman quality. I kind of prefer holding these more than I do my 450 piece Craftsman set, which says a lot because I really like that set. So the overall tools that it gives you are good. You can see I have a few missing. I dropped the tray, I pulled it out one day, I had it sitting on top, and because for whatever reason they didn't make the trays VersaStack compatible, you would think that you should be able to set these on here and clip them in, but you can't. And I knocked them over one day and I still have to find 3 of these sockets. This was a recent knockover. Still have to find 3 of the sockets, but the tools are good. The overall quality of the tools are good. So I got a form factor that's convenient to carry around. I got good tools. I got VersaStack that I like. And well, that pretty much concludes the highlights as far as this Craftsman set goes. Now let's talk about the things I don't like about it. What has just grated on me over the years with this? I've talked about this being portable, and that's good, but the tray layouts, just the way everything is laid out in here, it doesn't give you any good place to put extra stuff. Even my 450 piece Craftsman set, I have a place up top to store extra things. There's just, well, I think it's a poor layout. It looks good. The presentation's really good. It's easy to find stuff. So there's that. But just even like pulling this drawer out, that's as far out as the drawer goes. And you can see there's an entire row of tools here that I have to press down on tabs and remove the drawer. And you can see sometimes it's awkward. And remove the drawer just to get to an entire stack of other tools. And these slide in here. As I mentioned, I've dropped it. There's things I have to put back in here, but these little bit sets, that the fluff that they give you to run up the numbers, because you actually don't have a lot of actual tools, like ratchety tools like you would think with this set. It's mostly made up, the numbers are fluffed with bit drivers, and then 4 sets of hex wrenches. But these trays, they are just annoying. And the way this thing works is it's got this little lock thing here, but it will regularly engage. Like I've unlocked it now, so I can open a drawer, I can shut it, I can open the next drawer, and so on. Work down to all 3 drawers. And look there, can't even get out these wrenches without removing the drawer. It's just such a bad design. But look at this honking thing. That's nice. Very good ratchet there. But these drawers, just the setup of this, not being able to access thing, can't even get these out. Even the smallest one, I can't get out without removing this drawer. It sucks. But here's the bad thing about all this. So I need a tool. I'm working down here. I need something up here. I need something up here. I can do that. But if I slam a drawer, of course, it's not going to do it now that I'm on camera here, but what'll happen is this. It's just kind of a little click, and it's so easy to click. What happens is I will have this unlocked. I will open a drawer. I will shut the drawer to go to another drawer, and it'll rattle, or I'll bump it, and this will lock. See, like right there. I just kind of lightly bump that, and it will lock in between drawers, and then I'm fighting to get the drawer open. I have to unlock it again, go down, lather, rinse, repeat. Normally it does it every time. Of course, I'm filming now, and it's not going to do it. But normally I slam these, and that'll bump locked, and I can't get into the tools. So a good idea, but just poor implementation, I'll say, or the end result isn't the vision that I think Craftsman had, at least for this specific setup here. So I don't like that. That just eats at me. Having trays I can't access all the tools to, having it lock me out, again, every time, but now that I'm filming, it's not. Having it lock me out so often, I can't stand that. And this is the weird thing, 230 tools. I have never had a tool set that had 230 tools where I ran into cases almost every time I'm working on them. Don't count these missing. Just envision that these are here. Almost every time that I'm using this, I run into cases where there's not a tool in this that will get the job done that I'm doing, which is really odd, given that for years I used a 27-piece, made in USA, good Craftsman stuff, a 27-piece ratchet set. I would add a couple of screwdrivers onto this, some needle nose vice grips, and pretty much do just about everything that I need to do. But somehow this tool set, I run into cases all the time on this, where I need tools and I'll say be working with the 1/4 inch and it'll be stepping up, but then there'll be one in between some of these tools where I have to jump down and grab one of the 3/8. And then I'll be working with these and I'll need something that's in the middle here and I'll have to jump up to the 1/4 inch, sometimes even down to the 1/2 inch here on the bottom. It's just the weirdest assortment picks, the way they scaled through this. Again, I rarely use this for any in-depth usage where I don't have to run out to the bike barn to my 450-piece Craftsman set and get a tool, or wag out my 27-piece Made in USA set. I've had to move this back down to my basement just so I can have tools to complete jobs. So I'm adding a lot of tools to my tool set and using a smaller tool set to get jobs done where this 230-piece, for some reason, can't. It's frustrating, and it's why I do not like this set. There's just everything about it. You know, once you get it in for something, it's just not going to make you happy. It was nice to be able to compare it to the 450-piece Craftsman, which, again, I got for $188, and this is now $219. Now, we'll say if you're shopping for a set like this and you're just dead set on it, maybe you have some VersaStack stuff and you think, well, these tools, this is going to work out better for me. There is a 262-piece set that does have quite a few more sockets. It's not a lot of fluffy filler things like the bit drivers. It kind of has the same number of these and the hex wrenches, but it does have quite a few more tools, and it's $20 more. So if you're going to burn money, I wouldn't burn $219 to get this. I would burn the $239 to get the 262-piece set if you're just dead set on this VersaStack pre-made mechanics tool set from Craftsman and you're shopping at Lowe's. But again, if I were in the case where I'm shopping right now for a mechanics tool set and I'm shopping at Lowe's, I would look at the Kobalt. The Kobalt $149 tool set has a lot more tools, and I looked over the selection. It looks like a lot of useful tools, more like my 450-piece Craftsman. I think it would do better. I just thought I'd make a video and share my frustration with this, how it has not aged well with me, and I cannot believe. Well, I said I wasn't going to harp on it anymore. Worst tool set that I've spent money on, you know, as far as big money. I bought some little cheap Harbor Freight tool sets, little Pittsburgh stuff that, you know, they were cheap. So you get what you pay for, but this $119 was a deal, but even at $119, I don't view it as a deal anymore, and thought I would share it. Comment below with what you think. Is this a bad tool set or just me being picky? What do you think? Comment below. Thanks for watching and have a great day.